Alright. Now, hopefully this is gonna work correctly. I haven't used Prism Live before, and I'm going to have to use my Chromebook to monitor the chat or something, I guess, so you'll have to give me a moment for that as well. Sorry, I didn't want to have to pay $25 to try out StreamYard for a month. Like, that to me is kind of a lot for just being able to stream to multiple things at once. So, whatever. So I'll have to be getting this stuff all set up, figured out, yada yada. But since I kind of woke up all exploding angrily over things and then immediately yelling on Facebook and getting in trouble for bullying, I was just like, I need to... little thing I have right here, self-care day. Gotta have some sort of chill. So, let me just mute this whole thing. Close out of the stuff I don't need. And I just hope that people find amusement in all of my confusion with all the different tech things. Like, I understand the whole tech boomer thing because I grew up with these sorts of things around but not really knowing how to use them right, and to this day don't use them right. And for people who actually know how to use things right, it's freaking cringy, ain't it? Let's see. If I click into here, I'll be able to see the chat. It's also weird seeing myself on here, but whatever. Alright, not top chat. All. Okay. I just really, really wish that I didn't have to struggle with every single little tech thing. Now let me see on Facebook how I can see this. Let me see, am I able to see the chat in here? No? Okay, I can see it here. Click to expand. You're now watching a live video and live chat. Okay. So I pause this so I'm not using so much data or whatever. What's this? Settings. Oh, auto-generated captions. That's cool. Does it work over here too, or just on Facebook? Are there oh, did I just get this in my ear? I hope not. Charcoal mask. Nikki Fruity Loops. Hey, and I'm sorry I always put the fruity when it's not actually in your name. It just rolls off the tongue more easily for me. Yeah, this is what I tuned in for, of course. Just watch me struggle, why don't you? It's like I don't even have friends. They're just watching to see what strange new thing I'll do next. But that's fine by me. At least I can see the YouTube on here. I don't have to have it open on the Chromebook. Yeah, I don't know, man. I I feel like most of my life, my friends have just been very amused by my stories, but bored by actually hanging out with me because, introverts and stuff can be boring to actually hang out with. But, in all of our alone time, we come up with some very fun ways to describe all of our failed experiences. Let's see. You didn't yeah. Well, the face thing, I just, trying to do self-care day. I don't know if you saw my spazzing screaming this morning, but because I decided to go all out on Facebook, but, I just, you gotta do it in bits and pieces. I gotta let my aggravation out a little bit at a time so it doesn't just totally boil over. And, like, in a way, I just feel better after being able to express it. Let's see, this is drying. I just figured self-care day after having the whole spaz attack would be good. And just being frustrated with things not working, I was like, whatever, I'll do it another stupid way. At least this way I can use my phone with this Prism Live. But, I just don't even have things set up. I don't have a phone holder at the moment and everything. Like, I do, but I don't. And I'm just like, I don't even feel like dealing with it. It's like, I don't know, man. At least online, there is a lot of just be weird, just be you acceptance. And it's so much more freeing than having to try to always just try to fit in. And it's like, it's okay to be weird, but just gotta also make sure, this whole yelling, screaming stuff isn't the only weirdness I exhibit. I want to show the weird stuff that's positive and fun too. Like when people decide to come in saying, are you doing blackface? Even though everyone knows a charcoal mask is not the same thing. And that's like pretty much the definition of race baiting. So, kind of fun to just sit here going, yep, I am surrounded by rejects. Yep. Don't have to always worry about coming across the right way. Just as long as try not to actually hurt others, like actually doing blackface. Like if I put some bright red lipstick on right now, that would make it blackface regardless of it being a charcoal mask. And, there's limits. There's limits. You're not disabled enough. I'm very much disabled enough. Just because I'm having some days where I can stand and walk more than others doesn't mean shit. In fact, my doctors don't want me to just constantly rely on the wheelchair. When I can walk, it is good to do so that I can keep more strength and capabilities in my legs for a longer time. So, it's good to do whatever little exercise I can manage. Build up those calves, yeah. But I also figured there's a lot of amusing, positive things I can show off. I've got, like redneck washing machine type things. So that's one of the reasons I've been like, I just need to be able to live stream in different ways. I don't always need to multi-stream. I wanted to be able to do that for my Facebook friends right now. Sorry, I can't see if anyone from Facebook is talking at the moment. It's just, I couldn't tell the progress of this in my room. I think I'm about to wash it off though. I think a lot of my Facebook friends don't really come over. I do. It's just everything's in different places right now. So before I end up using the phone for another multi-streaming thing, I will get set up for that. But I'll use the Chromebook and StreamYard for just YouTube streaming as well. This phone's not gonna last too long. You know, I'll figure shit out. But I don't know. I thought since I have been, I guess, yeah, that is handy. I saw a guy getting arrested earlier streaming using Prism, so that's handy. Yeah, there's Blind Justice was someone I was following. He was using mobile streaming for safety. That's one of the reasons I think mobile streaming shouldn't be restricted based on viewer count. No, I'm not gonna say that. Look, I can naturally slip into certain dialects and tones easily. I'm not trying to be super offensive like that. I am not a person of color. I'm not trying to step on people of color with my comedy, okay? The whole point of making fun of myself and the disabilities is about just making fun of yourself, not stepping on other people's toes. Alright? This is the whole reason, like, I'm doing the whole stupid poor simp playmate Tessie thing. I'm telling her, you know, I'll consent to it. Let's do consensual offensive comedy. You know, the whole way that people have comedy clubs, if we can just have the right sort of disclaimers and whatnot, and just letting people know ahead of time, like, this is consensual insult humor, like, it won't be as problematic, and I think it's fun. Yeah, I know. It's... Look, if she ends up continuing to really, really fuck up, then what would I do? I would say, hey, that sucks. She hasn't turned it around. Like, what did Daywave and, you know, Royce from Daywave and everyone do with me? They're like, hey, you seem a little off your rocker. You doing okay there? And there's been videos that I've taken down or made private because I was told, hey, that's kind of, you know, a little too far, and I will stand up for, you know, that sort of thing. It's when you repeat the bad behavior, even when you know that one's just, don't do it. Yeah, I handled it. But, okay, but she's also a lot younger. She's a lot younger, too. Like, you know what I mean? Comedy, or is that just a fetish? You can tell us. Well, I mean, because I enjoy comedy so much, you know for sure I'm going to tell you that it's obviously a humiliation fetish. Duh. But no, I just... Oh, Diablo Dragon, hi-yo! It's just... I don't know. Weird. A lot of us grew up with offensive humor, and a lot of us know better now. But, like, something my father taught me was just time and place. You know, was appropriate in some circumstances, isn't appropriate in others. So, and another thing is, you know, if you want to hear the most racist joke from, like, about a certain race, then talk to a person of that race. You know what I mean? Like, there's times and places and people who will love the really offensive humor, but you can't just spring it on random people. You gotta know. And yes, hello, hiya. Hi Diablo, how are you doing? I wish this would stop auto-focusing. I don't like this. Know your audience. Yeah, exactly. And I've kind of related the internet to, like, you know, the whole metaverse people are trying to do. You don't have to do that with the, like, graphics in VR for me to already recognize it. I think of YouTube as like a community, like, you know, a neighborhood, and each person's channel is like their own home. And, you know, and people have a lot of channels, like in sort of like an influencer house, something like that, or like an apartment building. So everyone's home can have their own rules. Like, you have to still abide by the neighborhood rules, but you've got your own. Is good. You want? Yeah, I mean, I woke up immediately pissed off from things, but I shouted out my frustrations and now doing self-care, you know? Trying out for the Marine 6 Coast Guard Auxiliary. You could just pay someone on Chatterbait instead of waiting for Playmate Tessie to consider looking at you. I mean, that's a good one. That one, I guess, you know, I may not currently be doing sex work, but I've done it. I've sold socks and foot picks and stuff in the past, you know. So I don't mind a little dunking on sex workers. But not a lot, not a lot. We support them here, eh? Let me wash this off, because I think it's the best it's gonna get. Can I mute the mic so you're not just hearing rushing water? Oh, well, that was a lot of work. It always is, but I do this so much because I have these skin issues that bother the hell out of me. And, just kind of trying to constantly make them better. Whew, I mean, look. No reason people can't keep a clean bathroom. Look, it is hard. Cleaning and keeping up a house is really hard. Especially, like, not even because of my physical disabilities, honestly. The ADHD type things, what is this? The ADHD type stuff is often what messes me up the worst, honestly, because there's this executive dysfunction thing that I feel like not enough people talk about. And it's just the only way I've gotten to give an example thus far that I felt satisfied with was hold on, gotta burp. Excuse me. So when my mind is working better, like my ADHD isn't so bad, I understand that laundry is, pick up the clothes, turn them the right way, sort them into whichever load, and measure out the detergent, put them in, washing on the certain cycle, switch it over to dryer, yada yada. But with executive dysfunction, it'll be like, oh, I have to do laundry. Grab everything, dump it all in, and then, like, things are half inside out and everything, and pieces of clothing stuck inside of each other, and then you run the washer and then just forget it, and then 4 days later it smells like mildew, and then you're kicking yourself because how the fuck could you have forgotten? But in the meantime, you went to do the dishes and you realized that your favorite pan really needs a good scrubbing, and then as you're doing that, you notice that the area that you keep all the cleaning supplies in could use a good scrubbing, but where's your favorite scrub brush? So then you go looking for your favorite scrub brush and you find that along with some rags that are kind of so you decide to grab your little laundry board so you can clean the rags, and then you've got to find the bucket that it goes with, and okay, one chore turns into the entire house is a hurricane zone, and that's not really a term I should use right now. Sorry. I was literally just hit by the tail end of the hurricane, and I don't think right now is the best time for that specific expression. I was literally scared, and I know people who've been impacted, and I'm really feeling for them. But, I've just got this whole social ineptitude about me where I don't know how to communicate with the neurotypicals. To me, like when someone's like, oh my god, this horrible thing happened to me, and I respond with a horrible thing that happened to me, neurotypicals take that as I'm trying to one-up you. But for me, it's because saying something like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that happened to you, like, I don't know, it feels weird. It makes more sense to say a story that says I relate to you because I've also experienced this, and I actually want to get better at conversations with neurotypicals. I really, one of those people that was always into like psychology and social psychology as well. Let's see. So, yeah, it's regardless of me saying I definitely refuse to conform to neurotypical standards, doesn't mean I don't still want to, know how to communicate with people that are neurotypical and know how to get along more in a neurotypical world. But, I think, I don't know. Let me see. I just don't really know how this Prism Live thing works. I'm like looking and poking at the different things. Widget, text, music, media, screencast. Bunch of stuff here. Kind of interesting. It's just, you know, the Windows 10 version isn't exactly something I can add to my Chromebook. It doesn't work like that. And on the Google Play Store, it's saying, you know, can't just can't install it there. It doesn't work. It's just all these little different things. Yeah, I'm glad I'm able to get the streaming set up again. Just not very happy with how it's all working, unfortunately. I'll get there. I do think if I were to be doing multi-streaming, it would make more sense to do it to YouTube and Twitch, even though I haven't been on Twitch in a long time. It might be worth it for me to pop on and tell everyone, like, why I've not been on, and, you know, switch my branding and everything. My hand's getting kind of shaky. I also, just feel like my throat's dry and stuff. I'm gonna take a little break here, and also I'm wearing this here just because when I was like washing my face and stuff, I didn't want to have you know, things showing I didn't want. So I'm gonna end this stream and probably go live again later. Just, you know, I do like being able to just sit and chat and show different things I'm doing, and at this point I feel like even if it's not the best video quality and things that I, you know, just showing all the fun, weird things I do instead of just the upsetting, weird shit I rant about, I think that'll be more fun. Yeah, go relax on it. Yeah, I'm gonna play some, silly little phone games for a little bit, maybe, take some more of my 420 mints, because my lungs don't want to take a hit from the bong right now, but, you know, I'll probably go live later, just for, I don't know, this is a good way for me to socialize, especially now that a lot of my Facebook friends and YouTube community are a little more understanding of what's going on between the two genres of people, you know, like, everyone on Facebook has known about my offensive ass sense of humor longer than the people on YouTube, honestly. So, it's actually been YouTube that's been needing to catch up to my craziness. So, alright. I'm gonna go relax. Thanks for coming by. Talk later.